Hello, I'd like to share some information with you today in regards to gaslighting. This information is coming from verywellmind.com, written by Sherry Gordon and medically reviewed by Amy Morin. So what is gaslighting? Gaslighting is a form of manipulation that occurs in abusive relationships. Ultimately, the individual, the victim of gaslighting, starts to wonder if they are losing their sanity, if you will. Gaslighting primarily occurs in dating and married relationships, and though it's not uncommon for it to occur in controlling friendships or among family members as well. So how does gaslighting work? Gaslighting is a technique that undermines your entire perception of reality. When someone's gaslighting you, you often second guess yourself, your memories, your perceptions. After communicating with the person that is gaslighting you, you are left feeling dazed or wondering if there's something that's kind of off-putting or wrong with you. Tactics like this can confuse an individual and cause you to question your judgment and overall mental health. So, in delving in a little bit deeper into gaslighting, what does that kind of look like? Or what are those tactics? So, for example, lying to you. People who engage in gaslighting are habitual liars. They will blatantly lie to you, to your face, and they will not back down or change their stories, even when you call them out to provide proof of their deception. So they may say something like, that never happened, you're imagining that, what makes you think that took place, kind of like denying. So lying is the cornerstone of destructive behavior with a person that's gaslighting you. Even when you know they're lying, they can be convincing. You start to second guess yourself. There's also discrediting you. Gaslighters spread rumors and gossip about you to others. They may pretend to be worried about you while subtly telling others that you seem emotionally unstable, or something's wrong with you, or you're crazy. Unfortunately, this tactic can be extremely effective, and many people side with the person that's bullying or the gaslighter without the other individual or individuals knowing the full story. Additionally, the gaslighter may lie to you and tell you that other people also think about this about you, that you're unstable. For example, so these people may never say anything bad about you, and though the gaslighter will make every attempt to get you to believe that they are. There's also distracting you. So when you're asking the person that's gaslighting you a question or call them out for something that they did or said, they may change the subject and ask a question instead of responding to the issue at hand. This is done purposefully. This can throw you off and throw you off of your thought process. And because of the question that's being asked or that is pressed for an urgent matter, they don't feel like they need to respond. So there's also minimizing your thoughts and your feelings. So trivializing your emotions allows the gaslighter to gain power over you. They may make statements like, calm down, you're overreacting. Why are you so sensitive? Why does this even matter? All of these statements minimize how you're feeling and or what you're thinking, and communicate that you're the wrong person. There's also shifting blame. With gaslighters, what this looks like is in discussions, conversations, you have to somehow twist to where you are to blame or something that for something that occurred. Even when you try to discuss how their behavior makes you feel, they're able to twist the conversation so you can end up believing that you are the cause of their bad behavior. They claim that if you behave differently, you would receive or be treated in the manner that you are asking or deserving of. It's also denying wrongdoing. So this can leave the person that's being gaslighted feeling unseen, unheard, and is the impact of them of kind of feeling of no importance. This denial also makes it very hard for the individual that is being gaslighted to move on or heal from the abusive relationships or interactions. There's also using compassionate words as weapons. So sometimes when you're called out or questioned, a gaslighter will use kind and loving words to try to smooth things over. They may say things like, I do love you. I wouldn't hurt you on purpose. And these words are the words that you want to hear, but they are inauthentic, especially in the same behavior if that's kind of like repeating. That being said, they may be just enough to convince you to let them off the hook, which essentially is the goal. So when you're dealing with someone that's manipulating your feelings, your thoughts, kind of your perception of things, pay close attention to what they do, not the words that they choose. So really and truly is a question: is this person truly acting in a loving manner, or are they just saying loving things? So rewriting history. Typically with a person that is gaslighting, they may constantly retell stories in a way that's in their favor. For instance, if your partner has verbally become aggressive, they may say to you, that didn't happen that way. So you begin to doubt your memory of what happened. This confusion or second guessing on your part is the intention. So gaslighting signs to look for. It's important to kind of recognize when you're experiencing gaslighting. Ask yourself some of the following questions. You question your judgment and perception. You may be fearful of speaking up or expressing your emotions. You learn that sharing your opinions usually make you feel worse in the end, so you stay silent. Also, if you're feeling like, vulnerable and insecure, you often feel like you're walking on eggshells around your partner, friend, family member. You may also feel on edge and a lack of self-esteem. Also doubting your feelings and reality. You try to convince yourself that the treatment you receive is not as bad and that you are indeed being too sensitive, right? Also, you start wondering if what they say are things that are true. Gaslighters, words make you feel like you're wrong, inadequate, insane. Sometimes you even find yourself repeating these statements to yourself. Feelings of alone and powerless. You are convinced that everyone around you thinks that you're crazy, unstable, strange. Just like the gaslighter is stating to you. So you kind of feel trapped and isolated. Feelings of being disappointed in yourself, of who you've become. You feel like you're weak and passive, possibly, and that you used to be more assertive and stronger person. Feeling confused. I think that it's important to, for example, to look at the example of Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. So that's an example of you feeling confused. Also, you may feel inadequate. You may second guess yourself, frequently wondering if your accurate memory and details of past events. Also, you spend a lot of time apologizing. You feel the need to apologize all the time for what you are and are not doing and who you are. You may feel a sense of doom, kind of feeling like something terrible is going to happen around the person, kind of being on edge. Also, possibly wondering what's wrong with you, and wondering if fundamentally something's wrong. The gamut can go on, but these are not exclusive to other examples. So if you identify with any of these signs of gaslighting, it's important that you seek professional help, like from a mental health provider. Left unaddressed, gaslighting can take a significant toll on your self-esteem and overall mental health. Remember that you are not to blame for what you are experiencing. The person that is gaslighting you is making a choice to behave this way. They're responsible for their actions, as you take accountability for yours. There's nothing that you did, though, that caused them to make this choice, and you won't be able to change what they're doing. And though, with counseling, with working with a mental health provider, you can learn how to make healthy choices and setting boundaries with a person that is gaslighting you. Or you can reach a place where you finally feel ready to move on from that relationship, in whatever sense of the word relationship you are encountering the gaslighter. So I hope this information was of assistance for you today, and I hope you do enjoy the remainder of your day.